Welcome everyone to this special call for Skanda Shasti, Muruga's special power time. I am Lalitha Varahi, a Pillai Center teacher, and also I am a Vedic astrologer at astrological.com. And today I'm so delighted to talk to you about the astrology of Skanda Shasti and also a little bit about the myths, the mythology of Muruga and how he was born, and the significance it has for us as his either devotees or somebody who wants to know more about him, how we will learn how to use his energy, his special blessings during this time. So I'd like to start by saying that Muruga is a warrior god, is a spiritual warrior with infinite powers. He can protect you from natural calamities. He can give you victory in situations like litigation, a lawsuit. It can give you the end of struggles. If you have been in debt, you can help you pay off your debts, or even just have some miraculous way to have them waived for you. And he can also give you super intelligence. So when we pray to Muruga, the beautiful thing is that we become more intelligent. So we use his special sounds, we use his special prayers, we use the special times. The first time I like to talk about is Shasti. Shasti is the sixth lunar phase, which is very closely associated with Muruga. Muruga has several names and you probably have heard them if you've been following Dr. Pillai, Subramanian, Kartikeya, and also Skanda like Skanda Shasti. And when we say his name, Muruga, he runs, he comes super fast, he comes on his peacock. Why the peacock, right? We've seen other archetypes, other celestial beings who use the peacock, which is a very auspicious bird associated with wealth, all kinds of supernormal powers. There was a story that Muruga was born to defeat a very, very powerful demon. He was a very selfish being, very cruel. And he also had equally evil brothers who were also very powerful. So Muruga was born for this reason from the third eye of Lord Shiva, his father. 6 sparks, the legend, the myth says, 6 sparks of energy from Lord Shiva's eye. He is the supreme god. So the sparks of his third eye were very, very powerful. And so here we have 6 babies, or some people say a baby with 6 faces. And Goddess Parvati wasn't too happy with that. So she made sure he became a being with 1 head. And still with all the supernormal powers of all these brains, right? These parts of the brains, these areas of the brain that we can activate thanks to Muruga. He also was nursed by some nannies, let's call them that, some divine mothers from the Pleiades star cluster. So in the night, we can only see 6 of the Pleiades. That's why ancient people who were very devoted to Muruga started to understand the energy of Muruga through these 6 stars of the Pleiades star cluster. In fact, Muruga rules 2 nakshatras, especially one, Kritika. And this is a very powerful energy, just beyond imagination, because it's ruled by the sun. It's very sharp energy called the Katar Kritika. Kritika, it's really the Pleiades. And also is associated with Alcyone, a particular planet in the Pleiades. And he's also associated somewhat with Vishaka Nakshatra, which is also, so let me tell you a little bit about Kritika. Kritika begins in Aries, so it has that energy of Mars. And Muruga is closely associated with the planet Mars. And in fact, red is his color. You can see Muruga in the background. He's with this peacock and also a rooster. So I'll tell you later about these archetypes, the rooster and the peacock. And Kritika starts in Aries, so the sign, one of the signs of Mars, and continues then in Taurus. So it encompasses two constellations, Aries and Taurus. Also, Muruga is associated with Vishaka, and Vishaka begins in Libra, but it's actually in Scorpio. Also, so another sign of Mars. So you can see the energy of this god. Dr. Pillai said he's from Mars. I don't know about you, but I've heard that everybody at Pillai Center somewhat has either the moon in Aries or in Scorpio or in some nakshatra associated with Muruga. So maybe we all came from there, right? And Muruga can help us, again, open the third eye. That is most amazing supernormal power, but he also has other proper capacities, other abilities. So when you open the third eye, what happens? You know everything. You can do a lot of things that normally you wouldn't do in the physical body with a normal mind. And Muruga also has a very powerful weapon, the bell, right? It's the bell. And also is associated with limes, which remove karma. So Muruga can remove your bad karma. So that's another amazing thing he can do for you. He gives us all these boons by removing our bad relationship karma, our bad money karma, and also disease karma. Those are the three main karmas. So this is the legend. Of course, there is a disclaimer. Results are not typical, it depends. But he can make you feel very courageous. It gives you courage and it gives you victory. And you'll notice the difference in your energy once you start connecting with Muruga. So there are some sounds I'd like to share with you. After I will tell you a few more things about the mythology. So he was born during the month of Kartigai. Kartika is the Tamil name of Kritika, so his main star from the Pleiades. And also, so being born at that time, this time became very auspicious, right, for all of us. So we do pray during this month. There are different events that happen during this month, and it's very sacred. The most famous probably is Kartigai Dipam, when the whole mountain of Arunachala lights up with fire rituals and the lamps in honor of Lord Shiva, the father of Muruga. But also Muruga is associated with this day because it was said that he was born on Kartigai Dipam. And the sound that can help you the most, even if you've never heard of Muruga, I like to tell you these sounds. They're very, very powerful. Sarahana Baba or Saravana Babaya. I like to say the meaning, tell you a little bit about the meaning of each syllable. Sa or Sha attracts people to you. People will follow you. If you are in some profession where you need to connect with people, it can even attract masses of people. And Dr. Pillai said, do not think this is imaginary, this is real. It really happens on the subtle level. You will notice your success skyrocketing. So Sha or Sa, Ra, makes you authoritative, not authoritarian, of course, but authoritative is that people will start listening to you. You can command people to do things, even, again, this is real, it happens. Va will makes you very attractive and people will be attracted to you, even charmed. Na is a sound of healing. And Ba removes disease according to the tradition and stops hunger, gives you also, keeps your enemies away from you. And the last sound, Va, keeps your enemies away from you. Just, they will not even come near you. So I like to say also that Muruga is associated with, oh my goodness, I lost my screen, associated with the number 6. So there are various temples or battle stations associated with Muruga. There are 6. Also is associated with 6 chakras. Every time you say the mantra of these temples and these stations of Muruga, you activate a chakra. For example, this temple, they're all in Tamil Nadu. Tiruparamkundram is the first chakra, the root chakra. Then there is Tiruchendur, which is the second or sixth chakra. Then we have Bharani. I don't speak Tamil, but just, I try to pronounce it the way that Dr. Pillai does. Bharani, which is the third, we can also say Palani, third or solar plexus chakra. Then we have Swami Malay, which is the 4th chakra, the heart chakra. Then we have Tirutani, which is the 5th throat chakra. And then we have Paramudir Chole, which is the 6th chakra, the Agya or Agnya chakra in the middle of the forehead. So the 3rd eye or the eyebrow chakra. So praying to Muruga gives you these supernormal powers, activating these chakras, and you can also activate those 6 parts of the brain. Dr. Pillai is going to do a wonderful program to help us with 6 initiations. I don't know if you've heard, but the link is below this video. Don't miss it. At least one initiation is a very, it's a great blessing, and also it's quite affordable, I think. So it will do also 6 mini fire rituals for us to activate different parts of the brain, etc. I don't want to anticipate because Dr. Pillai changes things according to divine guidance. So I don't know exactly how the program is going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be wonderful if it's like the other programs in the last, 10 years that I've been following Dr. Pillai for 15 years. And every time it's different. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the number 6, again, 6 lunar phases in the waxing phase. So every night we invoke Muruga and one certain part of the brain, a certain chakra. And until the culmination of Skanda Shasti, which is, of course, on Shasti, which means the 6th moon. So 6 moons, 6 parts of the brain, 6 areas of the brain, 6 chakras, 6 syllables, Sharavanabhava or Sarahanabhava, then the 6 temples. So he is super powerful. There was a time when we had a hurricane coming to New York. Dr. Pillai told us to chant to Muruga. I remember that every time I said the mantra, the wind would stop. And my property didn't, the house where I lived, the garden was intact. There were no trees down. The whole town was devastated. And we didn't lose the electricity. So I consider that a miracle from Muruga. Other people said similar things, those who were chanting on that call. So Muruga protects you from environmental disasters, and he is just so benevolent. He loves humanity. He's involved in protecting the earth plane, always has been from the beginning. Dr. Pillai said that the earth is recreated every time. So in this one time, Muruga was always involved, being a being from the Pleiades. And although the legend says that he was son of Shiva Parvati, he's also very much a Pleiadian god. So that's something we want to remember. So he's very benevolent. He wants to protect you, give you what you want. He immediately comes to you when you say Muruga. So finally, on the 6th moon, Muruga is able to defeat these very evil beings. I forgot the name. His name, the main demon that Surapatnam. I can't pronounce it very well, but Sura Padman. And this demon also had two very powerful brothers, Tarakasura and Simhamukha, so a lion-faced demon. Don't get confused with Narasimha, who is very loving and benevolent. And so he was able to defeat all these demons on that day, and he cut the head of Surapadman. And when he cut his head, the peacock came out from his head, and also the rooster. So of course, the peacock became the vehicle, the vahana of Muruga, and the rooster became his flag, his symbol on his flag. So these two beings, the rooster and the peacock, also by themselves are very powerful symbols. They protect you, they keep away enemies, they defeat enemies, etc. So you may say, I don't have any enemies, but everybody has at least one person who doesn't like them, wants to cause them trouble. So again, you can also use at home if you have a veil, you can pierce with the veil a line. You can also cut it slightly, so it's easier to insert the veil into the line, and that is a form of karma removal. You can also, again, as I said before, if you're not signing up for anything at home, you can just recite the sounds Sharavana Bhava or Saravana Bhava, or even Sarahana Bhava, which is another form Dr. Pillai gave publicly just a few years ago. So these are ways for you to connect with Muruga. If you have the statue, even better. Keep it around you, near you. Keep a peacock. They're very inexpensive. You can find the peacock and the rooster on Amazon. You can do a little abhishekam at home. You can pour some milk, goat milk. That's one of the elements that Muruga likes very much. Water with turmeric, also coconut water, orange juice. All these elements make the statue come alive. So these are some suggestions I wanted to give you if you want to do something special at home for Muruga during Skanda Shasti, which begins on November 13th with the first waxing moon, and it ends, of course, it culminates on the 6th waxing moon of Skanda Shasti. So that's all I have right now. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to try and reply and respond. And if you have, so I can answer your questions, for example, about the, not about the remedies so much because they're so specialized, but they're done in India, and you can find the link for the Pillai Center remedies under this video. Also, you can listen to this beautiful video that Dr. Pillai made last year about the association of Mars, the planet Mars, with Elon Musk. It was interesting. I watched it again today. And the link will be again under this video. So something interesting to get more into the mood of Skanda Shasti and understand how the planets, the beings, the celestial beings are connected, right? Cosmology, cosmogony, and I love all these myths. Also, they can change us, right? Just saying Sarahana Baba can change your, it can help you shift your consciousness. So the more you go into this, into the rituals and the initiations, etc., the more your life can change. I've had many miracles by praying to Lord Muruga. I consider him more than just an archetype. I believe he's a real being, and I've had some confirmation my own way. Of course, it's all individual, right? I don't believe it's just anecdotal because I hear about so many people having miracles from Muruga. So I wish you to have lots of miracles yourself. And if you have any questions, I will be here for a few more minutes. But please check the links below this video to make sure you're not missing something that you want to join. And maybe a fire ritual or just some remedies if there's something specific you're trying to achieve, a dream you want to manifest, or a protection you need in some event. Hopefully not, but it always helps. I believe we can never be too protective from, I don't know, from the environment and also negative energy, right? There's a lot on the earth plane right now. People are fighting a lot, depending on their religion and also ethnicity. It's a time that Muruga can bring back peace because it heals you on a very deep level. So if you're experiencing some fears, which are natural, they're very normal because of what's happening in the world, but you don't have to suffer. I believe in prayer. Prayer is power, says Dr. Pillai. And also Muruga is super powerful and he cares about you, believe it or not. Even if you don't know him, he's trying to help you. All right, so that's the presentation. That's all I have. Any questions about the remedies or at least the initiations? I believe there are two different packages. The first is one initiation and one mini fire ritual. And the second is the premiere with 6 initiations, 6 mini fire rituals. Then there's the all-inclusive, which gives you the 6 initiations, 6 fire rituals, mini fire rituals with Dr. Pillai, plus all these remedies done for you, customized in India, where you can really, really experience the best of Skanda Shasti. No matter what level, and even if you do something at home, please don't miss it. Remember the dates, they are November 13th to November 18th. Any questions? I cannot see the chat. Rani? I guess not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions.
Okay, thank you.
I was saying that while this is so cool, I asked myself a few months which prayer to pray against weather disasters. So
Yes.
that was posted after you shared your
oh, thank you. Okay.
your experience.
Yes,
And
definitely Muruga protects us from that. Yes, he's big protector against hurricanes, earthquakes, etc. So many things could go wrong, right? So we have, I believe prayer is always the way, and there are so many stories of miracles, and it's not just the most spiritual people who are talking about this. Yesterday I was watching a video with somebody from Hollywood, a producer, is famous, has done so many movies and also TV shows, and he was saying, before a meeting, I pray, I send love, I send light, I make sure that God is protecting us. He says he's a follower of Jesus. He protects everybody with the light. Wow. So I'm so happy to hear that, because we always think, oh no, if you want to be famous, you cannot, or if you want to be successful, if you want to be rich, you cannot waste too much time praying. No, it's the other way around. When we pray, we bypass our ego and our limitations, right? The ego is so limited. It identifies itself with small things, the name, the weight, the body weight, the age, the business, the bank account, etc. So Muruga
Lalitha Varahi, we have a question here. How do I pray to Murugan for legal help?
Sarahana Baba is one of the mantras, definitely. If you can sign up for a fire ritual, that's even better. So you can just win it for you.
May I share an experience regarding that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. And this was some years back. We were having legal problems. We were trying to work things out, but people were showing up at the door wanting the money. And I mean, it was just a nightmare. And it was that time that I heard about Muruga, and I started to chant Om Saravana Bhava And I felt his presence right away. It was like he was just waiting, I'm here. All you got to do is ask. And it was miraculous because within a few weeks, we got a notice in the mail saying that our case had been closed, period.
That's it, period. That's what I love.
That's it.
Muruga. Just say, sometimes when I need something, I say Muruga, and I feel already better.
Exactly.
Lord
Exactly.
Muruga is very powerful. My children also had miracles. Once my son told me, he was sitting at his desk. He said, Mom, the veil just bent over. It's bent. And he was very worried. Is it a bad sign? I said, no, it's an excellent sign. Some karma was destroyed through the veil. So I believe Muruga protected him from something inauspicious that might have happened. Also, I'll share a little story as long as you encouraged me, Rani. I was hiking and I wasn't paying much attention. And after the rain, it was a little slippery. And I had hiking boots, but for some reason, I tripped and fell. And I felt like my pants being ripped on the side of the thigh. And I felt also that I was sure that my whole thigh was cut by these sharp rocks. It wasn't on the ground. I just fell on some rocks that were very sharp. So I touched my thigh to see, how much damage. I didn't see much, but I saw the veil was there. And when I went home and I checked, there were no scratches. And even my pants, I heard the fabric tearing, but the veil was on that same side. And I believe it protected me because I didn't see any scratches, not even a red sign on the skin, nothing at all. And the pants were fine. I don't know. It couldn't be more clear, right?
Even mended your pants. That's great.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. Here's a question. This is a good one. What time can we pray to Lord Muruga?
Yes, so you can pray to Muruga every Tuesday, especially during the Mars Hora. That's a very powerful time. And if it's the 6th moon, also you can pray to Muruga. I pray all the time, but definitely these are power times. Tuesday during the Mars Hora is the most powerful. And if it's also the Shasti lunar phase, whether it's waning or waxing, it's very powerful. So, and if it's a Thursday and it's 6th moon, you can still pray to Muruga in the Mars Hora. Or if it's another day, Friday, during the Mars Hora. So during the Mars Hora, you can always say 6 mantras to Muruga, even just 6 times you call on Muruga, 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 and Muruga, Muruga, Muruga. I believe he will be there. Also, if you say Sharavana Baba 6 times, that's also very powerful. And if you can chant for longer, 108, then you're all set. But 6 times is enough. Also is associated with turmeric. Dr. Pillai revealed that turmeric came from Mars. So it didn't originate on the earth plane. And everybody knows turmeric has so many healing properties, right? Dr. Pillai said it has at least 5,000, according to scientists, 5,000 healing properties, and they keep finding new ones. So it's an amazing root herb.
That's beautiful. Here's another question. Does Muruga help with finding clean drinking water?
Sorry, do you want to pray to Muruga to find clean drinking water?
Yes, that's the question.
Yes, why not? He can perform all kinds of miracles, and because he's so closely associated with the earth plane and the Pleiades, who are supposed to be beings who protected the earth plane and who actually started, life contributed to starting life on the earth plane. That's what I understand from what Dr. Pillai said. In the beginning, there were all these Pleiadian beings in Tamil Nadu. That's what Dr. Pillai said. So why not? Then maybe you can use also tool. What is it called? Dowsing, something like that.
Mm.
And I believe if you pray, you'll be guided. Why not? Ask for the miracle you need, no matter what it is. So I believe, yes, something to do with the earth, definitely.
Beautiful. Thank you. There's a question as to where we can purchase the veil. Yasmin, can you find that on the store and maybe post that link in the chat for people?
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ifat is saying, I was blessed with Muruga initiations in the past years and continue to carry on with my sadhana as directed by Babaji.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
that's very beautiful. Yeah. Yes. Good job. Because sometimes we are in an initiation, we have other mantras, other, programs. So we may leave that behind. It's wonderful to stay connected and keep letting that initiation, the mantra, that practice go deeper and deeper in all the layers of consciousness and the brain. That's wonderful, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just a one-time thing. Even Dr. Pillai had said, you don't just do this once.
Right.
This is now your lifestyle, basically.
Exactly. He also said that his life has been that Muruga changed his life, right? So he says, I've always prayed to Muruga. He changed my life. I solved a lot of problems because of Muruga. And he even said the reason I'm successful is because of Muruga, if I remember well, that years ago. Mm-hmm. Of course, also the goddess, right? Goddess Lakshmi, the Divine Mother also.
Beautiful. Yes, I'm looking forward to the initiations happening. And also, I want to mention that starting on the 7th, check back here at Pillai Center Practice, because we're going to start a mantra and meditation challenge for the 6 days prior to the real Skanda Shasti. So we don't have a lot of information on the website at this point in the YouTube, but do check back. Probably beginning of the week, we'll have everything in place for you to join those programs.
That's wonderful. Yes. And
those are free.
Do we have, do you know the mantra that it's going to be used for the challenge?
Actually, we're going to be doing the mantra for the whale. Vine oda vidum kati whale maravan. That one.
Yes. Never forget the shining.
Yes, exactly. I'll never forget the whale. The karma's running away.
Right? Arunagiri. Arunagiri was a person who was messed up. He had a lot of problems. And at that time, he was struggling. He had a lot of vices and, it was, I don't know, maybe drinking or other vices. He got very, very sick from this dissolute lifestyle. His health was deteriorating, and he finally got, I think, a very serious skin disease. Like, I believe it was leprosy or something like that. Something
it was leprosy.
Really that life-threatening. And he was so depressed, he decided to kill himself. So he climbed this temple, went to the stupa, the gopura of this temple, very, very tall part of the temple, and he tried to jump. And as if he's falling, the myth says that Muruga picked him up so he wouldn't hit the ground, saved his life, and changed his consciousness completely. He healed his skin, and he became the greatest devotee of Muruga, chanting his praises in so many ways. And he used to say, I will never forget the bell, and other very beautiful chants that are in the Tamil literature of the Siddhas. Just fascinating content, beautiful sounds. Dr. Pillai, you can find a lot on YouTube if you like to. And I like the one you mentioned too, Rani. Vinay, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Vinay, Katirvel, Maravel.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. And there is
That's
a
beautiful.
sorry.
Yeah, and it will include the chanting and the meditation and the explanation that Babaji gave during this during our challenge. So I think people will really enjoy these programs. The mantra challenge, again, there's a question. It'll begin on November 7th. It'll take place at oh boy, doing time changes here.
The
6
5th, the daylight change, the daylight
Oh.
savings end on the 5th. So Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
a
a whole,
question or a
whole
comment?
other animal.
We are all having a little confusion with that, including
my gosh.
myself.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when it will start. And when the sessions will be every night in the US. Hang on.
Still the waning phase, right?
That'll be 2 a.m. UTC and 7:30 p.m. IST.
Ah, beautiful, auspicious. It's a Tuesday, the 10th waning moon. Perfect.
Yeah,
Great
that's
day
when
to
it will
start. Yes. On a Tuesday and the 10th moon. Beautiful.
Yeah, and yes, an alert about daylight saving ending. That'll be this Sunday. Daylight saving will be ending here in the West. So for any of the programs or anything that you're involved with, courses with Pillai Center, after starting on Sunday, if you do not do anything with daylight saving, your courses will happen 1 hour later than what you're used to these days. Okay, so we'll be sending out emails for people in the courses, and also you can always tune in to YouTube for any of those programs, because YouTube's really good about doing our time changes for us.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yay!
And also the laptop of your phone, every device will show the new time.
Right.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem unless you're completely away from your devices and then you show up for the program. So just heads up again, Sunday. So we gain an hour. We sleep a little longer.
So we have another post in chat. Jeff is saying this mantra has so much power. It works without delay. Yeah. He's just waiting there. He's waiting for us to call on him.
Yes.
As
soon as you call him, he will be there. He loves us all. He's very loving. Okay, so maybe we'll wrap it up. Please check.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more posts in the chat. So thank you, Lalitha Varahi. That was lovely.
My pleasure.
Great explanation and introduction to Muruga. If you guys on the call, anybody is new, you've gotten a really good overview now of what Muruga is all about and what we got going on in Pillai Center. So Babaji is doing a free program on Pillai Center YouTube on Sunday as well. That will take place at 9 a.m. Pacific. So, watch for that on Pillai Center, because that will be on Muruga. So it'll be really, really great. And it's a free program. So you can't go wrong there.
Yes, he gives a lot to those who cannot join, and also to all of us, because we can't get enough of Muruga and Dr. Pillai. I personally am always waiting for his live programs. Okay,
yeah, and I believe that the link to that is in the description area underneath this video box, because afterwards this chat will disappear, but you can still find the link under the video box. Just click on show more. It'll open all that up for you.
Yes.
Let me see.
Wonderful. So I'm glad you were able to share also your experience. I enjoyed hearing it. And all of you, many miracles, and stay connected. There's a lot going on, all wonderful things. We have Diwali. Also, there are so many children in India who would like a gift for Diwali. It's their Christmas, the equivalent of our Christmas or Hanukkah. So if you like to make a donation to Tripura Foundation, maybe there doesn't have to be big. I think it's, I forget how many. I think it's $12 per child. But anyway, if you feel like giving some sweets, sometimes they get a new dress on Diwali, so they look forward to that at Tripura Foundation, the Hope Center Children. Just another idea of how to celebrate Diwali by sharing with others a little.
That's beautiful. Absolutely.
We always have like a few dollars to spare. It makes really a difference for them. Their faces light up. I've seen it in real life a few times. They're really sweet children, so intelligent. They've been growing up with phonemic intelligence. I mean, I wish I had that. When I was growing up, I read a lot about imaging with phonemic intelligence when you awaken the whole brain. Anyway, happy Diwali if I don't see you. And hopefully I will see you in the program with Dr. Pillai for Skanda Shasti. Wishing you many miracles. Thank you for joining live, and thank you for watching. Everybody else who will see the replay. Thank you, Rani. You're always flawless. Thank you. It was easy.
Thank you, Lalitha Varahi, very, very much. And thanks, everybody. God bless you. We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Lots of love.
Namaste.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Murugaya Namaha. Om Murugaya Namaha.